So are we getting on now? Are we getting on near predictions yet? What time are we? Are we at quarter? Are we getting on near predictions?
Go on then.
Are we going back on predictions?
There's the World Cup. I've justified talking about the World Cup.
You'd no favouritism as well to Warrington or other side of the Pennines. Mr. Kilshaw. Listen, are you listening? Are you listening? Yeah. So right. So who's on Thursday?
Warrington and Castleford.
Warrington and Cass. Darryl Powell, obviously. So he's home. Derby. Castleford are coming there. Obviously, Radders will be looking. They'll be looking surely for a reaction. But I think it's going to be a great atmosphere there at Warrington. Yeah, the players themselves know they got away with one. But hey, listen, they got the 2 points, and I think it's going to be Warrington's again. And I've said here it's going to be a nice winning start for Powell's team, and I've given Warrington to win by 22. Warrington by 22. So I will be invited to Cass again. But anyway,
that's it. It's another place you're not going.
They have a nice buffet at their media day as well. They've got nice food there.
All right, fair play. So Warrington by 22.
The interesting thing are the players that are playing against their former clubs as well. So you've got Oliver Holmes and Peter Matout here. You've got Jake Maymo, want to make a name for himself. I think it'd be a bit closer. I think the confidence factor of winning when you don't play well will help Warrington. Yeah. But I think Castleford know they've got to produce something this week to keep that bubble going. So I think Warrington will win, but it'll be closer than 22 points.
How many then?
I never. No.
Yeah, come on, Phil. Get them splinters out of your backside and sit on the fence.
Warrington will win, that's it.
Come on then, Mr. Kilshaw. You're a Warrington man. Come on.
I'd probably a little bit of concern over that Leeds rolled Warrington, I thought, when they had the ball through the middle, even when they were down to 11. So I think Warrington needs to play on the edges. I think Cass will probably come no pressure this week. Everyone will expect them to lose, where they had a bit of pressure last week. Big crowd, everyone expects them to win, but I think Warrington by 10.
I'm going to go Cass. Cass by 4.
You're going Cass?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, Wakefield man, go on Cass.
Because he enjoyed the buffet.
Oh yeah. Also, you want to get yourself an invite back down to Castleford, don't you? Yeah, exactly.
I know people there.
Yeah.
I don't know anywhere else. Friday night. Oh, here
Leeds,
it is. Phil Clark, he'll be there on the telly. Wigan versus Leeds. Everyone loves it.
He won't be biased, will he?
Terrible weather.
He won't be biased, will he? Phil towards. Exactly towards Wigan, but do you know what I'm saying? I'm saying this now through gritted teeth, and I was very impressed by Wigan. I was not just, again, they'll always have that physical side. I'll tell you what, Bateman showed a bit of form as well, didn't he? And Petey's certainly getting a tune out of him, as we mentioned earlier in the show, with a breeze influence. The conditions could play a massive part, couldn't they? Because it's going to be shocking weather, led to 80 mile an hour winds or something like that, but. Leeds have got a few injuries, a couple of maybe, suspended. Jeez, I can't. This is hurting. This is hurting. I'm going Wigan by 7.
Wigan have got an injury as well with Ian Thornley. He's out for a couple of months.
Yeah, but he's not one of their main men, is he? He's only a winger. So.
But I think what Wigan will have is the incentive of being nilled twice by Leeds last year. I think that's really rankled with them throughout the close season, and I know that second game in the playoffs there was a lot of disquiet among the Wigan fans. They'll want to see something different, and for that reason I think Wigan will just have too much.
I'm going to go Leeds. I think Blake Austin back, and I think they would have took a lot out of Saturday when they reviewed it. I thought they were good, and they were probably unlucky to lose. I'm going to go Leeds. Close one, maybe 1 or 2 points.
Says the St Helens fan.
And they know James Benton won't get sent off this week, so that's a positive for Leeds.
Who are you going for?
Draw. Go draw.
Oh, he hasn't changed. He hasn't changed, has he? He's not changed.
After golden point.
We've still got golden point.
He's not changed. Yeah.
All right, Leeds by a point in golden point. I don't know who's going to kick it. Aidan Caesar. On the telly on Channel 4, Hull FC versus St Helens in lovely Hull.
Yes, it will, and I say it's going to be a very sad day, but an emotional day, but also a celebration day, hopefully as well. Let's celebrate the life of the great man in Johnny Whiteley and what he brought to the Hull club, and what he brought to the city, what he brought to the supporters, and everything from there. So let's make it a great event for for Johnny's memory and all the family as well. Let's put on a great show again with a game. They want to do that with Hull, but boy oh boy, I can't look past St Helens, and they know. Hey, I tell you what, and you know, I asked Paul Schofield this at the weekend when I saw him. I'll just throw it in quickly. Can St Helens go unbeaten all season? That's one for us to maybe talk about. That's maybe one for us to talk about in maybe 2 or 3, 4 weeks down the line. Maybe I'll throw it out there.
2 years time.
Can St Helens go unbeaten all season? But yeah, they are being hunted, but they love being hunted, and I loved their attitude when Catalans said, "Come on, then we're having it," and St Helens says, "Yeah, okay, then you're getting it." Loved it. They won't be frightened by going. It's the MKM Stadium now, isn't it? So they're over at Hull from there, and I've gone St Helens, and I've gone St Helens to win by 18.
I think Jake Connor not playing clearly is a blow for Hull on the basis of the fact that I don't know where the points come from when he doesn't play. I can see Saints wanting to use this national platform to show everybody just not how good they are now, but how good they've been over the last 3 years. So whilst I think you're right, Hull will start with a huge level of intensity to do the memory of Johnny Whiteley justice. I can't see beyond Saints at the moment. It's going to take somebody really special to beat them, and I'm just not sure Hull are at that level at the moment.
Yeah, Saints too good. I think they look very fit on the week on Thursday, was it? And the line speed was exceptional. So yeah, I think they'll have too much for them.
See now, Hull KR supporting friend who watches the programme will no doubt say Saints will play a reserve team against Toulouse or something like they did against London to throw that unbeaten season out of whack.
Who are you going for?
Saints.
By how many?
20.
20.
Yeah, I thought we beat them on something, but we didn't. We'll come to them in a moment. But next, Huddersfield versus Hull Kingston Rovers.
Yes, I think it'll be an entertaining game. Because Watson he's brought Lohi in there, and Fardy's there now, isn't he? To bring a lot more creativity from there. So I think they'll be open direct. The forwards will be looking to get ripped in. Ulkiar, they're not going to change their style of play. And won't be for sure. Sam Wood, he'll be getting plenty of peppers. He'll be getting plenty of peppers.
Huddersfield.
Yeah, Huddersfield. He's coming back from there, so the fans will be on his back. He'll be getting plenty of high balls from there, plenty of pressure. And Huddersfield, if they wanted anybody at home after a loss, it would have been Hull Rovers, so he may get the ideal start, Watson. And you Huddersfield fans always give me a bit of chip when I go there. You always say, why do you always say we're going to lose in your column? Well, this week you're going to be happy. I'm tipping you to beat Ulkiar by 7.
I think this is a really intriguing game that we'll get to see whether Huddersfield are
the real
a
deal.
bit more of the real deal, because I think they'll get more of a test than Toulouse gave them.
Yeah.
But I think Ulkiar will want to respond. They lost predominantly, not just because Wigan were trying off a scrum and all that kind of thing, because they made mistakes. They made, 4 mistakes that led directly to tries?
Yeah.
So I think, again, that's what Tony Smith will probably be working on, and that if they do get a tune, I wouldn't be surprised if Ulkiar came away from that with a win. But I think there's something about Huddersfield this year, so I'm just going to Huddersfield by 2.
Fancy Ulkiar. I don't know why. I think, like you said there, I think when they review the game, yes, Wigan were good, but I think Tony said himself after the game they didn't have to play the ball in Ulkiar's 20 till the second half. So that shows that they fed off their errors, and they took the chances, and Huddersfield have always been a bit inconsistent, so it's probably a good challenge for them this weekend to see if they're going to be that consistent this year. But they were good in patches against Toulouse, but they give Toulouse a bit of a start. I don't think they can afford to do that this week, so I'll back Ulkiar 6.
I'm going to go with them as well, by 12, because I've said Huddersfield are going to struggle this year, so I may as well back that up for the first 2 weeks at least. Also on Saturday, those dirty, cheating French, the Catalan Dragons, versus clean as a whistle Wakefield Trinity.
Yeah, well, I tell you, say, well, he will. One thing for sure, he will be looking for a reaction with McNamara, and what he will be looking for a reaction will be from Mitchell Pearce, and so will I. Because I've gone early with Man of Steel. I said Mitchell Pearce will be the Man of Steel winner this year.
It's only because of what his dad did.
No. And well, after that performance, honestly, he won't get it packs. I under 9s, don't worry about that. After playing like he did last week, it's the worst performance I've ever seen him perform, whether it was for the Roosters or Newcastle Knights. But he's a far better player than what he was. That half-back partnership, may take a little bit more time, but the forward pack and if they get the right service, the outside backs, they'll be way too strong for Wakefield. I think they're being a bit kind of me, Colin, to be honest with you. I've only tipped Catalans to go by 24, but it could be a bit many, but I'll stick with it. I'll go Catalans by 24. And Mitchell Pearce, just to show us how good he is.
I think there's two things here. One is Catalan are short of big men. Two suspended, one with a broken arm. That will affect the way they like to play. But the other thing is, until a team is announced, we don't know who's going to be playing for Wakefield this week. And I think word is there might be 5 or 6 who, for the reasons of not being fully vaccinated, will not be playing. For that reason, I think Catalan will have a big crowd in. They'll celebrate what they did last year with their first home game this year. And even though we might see a couple of unfamiliar names in the pack, I just think they'll have too much for Wakefield. Sorry, Rich.
It's all right, I'm not in charge of the team. I don't worry, that doesn't matter.
I wouldn't read too much into Thursday night. I think Catalans will be the closest to Saints this year. I think they'll get better and better as the season goes on. And I can't see them getting beat at home this year. I think they'll put a score on Wakefield. Sorry, Rich.
Battle of 2 former Wakefield captains, though one of them's thought more highly at Bellevue than the other one. Willie in still, but Wakefield coming home with nothing but a baguette. Dragons by 12. Finally, Sunday, Salford versus Toulouse.
Yeah, well, he got the ideal start, didn't he, Rowley? And I say we're absolutely delighted with his half-back partnership from there. Sneedy doing what he does best, penalising teams with penalty goals, bit of organisation, but Brodie-Croft from there, great service and fully deserved victory against Castleford before. And Toulouse, yeah, they'll come there, but as I've said before, just a little bit like Leeds last year, too many journeymen in the side, they'll be all right for 40, 50, maybe 60 minutes max, but then the quality will come apart from that. And Salford, they will get their second victory. Will they go top of the Super League after round 2? And I'm going Salford quite easily by 36 points.
I reckon this is a good test for Salford because they weren't expected to win last week, but they are expected to win this week. And they've got some very passionate home fans. They might not have as many as some other clubs, but when they get behind the team, they really do make a lot of noise. So they'll go there, right, just turn up and we'll win. Well, that's the attitude they've got to get away from if they are going to be successful. Whereas Toulouse, again, I don't think the team is going to look too much different this week than it did last. And there wasn't enough quality in it. And we spoke earlier about when you take Ford and Corella out of that. And we don't know how they would have gone in Super League because we've never seen them play at that level. But they were their 2 go-to players. I just don't think Toulouse are disciplined enough. So I will go Salford, but it might not be as easy as I think it's going to be.
Yeah, I think Toulouse will struggle with the weather. I think they're not a wet weather football team. The forecast this weekend and off home soil as well. So yeah, I think Salford will back it up, and it's great to see Dion playing last week. Took him out of Blackbrook and signed him at Rochdale, and he's gone on to Barrow, Widnes and Super League. So that's a great credit to him and shows young kids that if the Super League door gets closed at a young age, there still is a pathway to get to Super League. So it's a good story.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alan, there's plenty of talent out there. They just need an opportunity. Correct. Simple as that.
I hope the wind's not coming over from the sewage farm on the Sunday. That'll smell worse than Sale tapping up a rugby league player's contract. That's Salford by 20.